Textile waste continues to become a significant global concern. The factors that contribute to this are complex and not simple to solve. I have chosen to explore post-consumer disposal habits and how they impact this problem. The multi-billion-dollar fast fashion industry provides Australians with access to new, trendy and affordable clothing. However, this industry is the second biggest polluter on a global scale. 26 billion tonnes of clothing are discarded annually, and this is approximately the maximum limit of luggage weight allowed on planes per person. But what exactly is fast fashion? In the late 70s, clothing consisted of the basics with seasonal trends. Repairing clothes was commonplace and new clothing was acquired when needed. In the 90s, the fast fashion industry had shifted from being product-driven to consumer-driven. Large apparel companies found ways to produce high turnover of new designs extremely quickly and cheaply through foreign labour. This cheap mass production, coined fast fashion, characterises the majority of the industry today. Constant sales encourage shoppers to buy more than they need and remove buyer's remorse. Clothing is more affordable but tends to be lower quality. Fast fashion has increased the rate of acquisition, shortened the length of garment use, and therefore led to higher rates of disposal. There is a discrepancy between attitude and behaviour. Generally, consumers do care about the environment, but in the acquisition and disposal habits, they are led by convenience of price and comfort rather than their values. Let's use an example and trace the journey of a black t-shirt from a typical fashion outlet store, which you bought on sale for $5. It was produced in Bangladesh by a worker who was paid 18 cents an hour to sew textiles. How much thought was given to the reason for buying it and the frequency of wear? And as you go to discard it, how much thought is given to the reason for discarding? Is it worn out, no longer trendy, or it no longer sparks joy? Shim outlined the four main forms of discarding: resell, donate, repurpose, and dispose. If it's in good condition, you could resell, or it can be donated to a charity shop. If it's not in good condition, you could repurpose it into a cleaning cloth, or you could recycle it. Ultimately, landfill should be avoided whenever a viable alternative exists. Unfortunately, too many people see landfill as the easiest and simplest solution, especially for fashion innovators who buy a large amount of clothes and therefore see it as a disposable item. Additionally, in Australia, 12.5 million kilos of unusable garments are sent to landfill each year after being sorted in charity shop recycling centres. But why exactly is it so bad? Synthetic fibres are non-biodegradable and therefore they don't decompose in landfill. Organic fibres can biodegrade, however gases such as methane and ammonia are released as they decompose. Additionally, textile dyes and chemicals may seep into groundwater. Due to their lower quality, cheaper fast fashion items, like your black t-shirt, are more likely to be disposed of in the rubbish and unable to be reused. Because they are often mixed fibres, recycling is difficult and not economically viable. Recycling techniques are still in their infancy. Respinning of fibres involves the melting of polymers to produce new fibres of lower quality. Grinding fibres can be used as an additive in bitumen. Finally, textiles can be incinerated for energy. As consumers, we can have an impact on the planet by changing our behaviour, thinking before we buy and thinking before we discard. Imagine each garment of clothing having a little life of its own, and you as its owner want it to have the longest life possible before going to its grave of landfill. The greatest energy and CO2 savings are a result of a longer lifetime.